We know if we're going to change the laws in this country to work better for all people, we must change the lawmakers. Thank you for your support.
Hey, it's Alfre. Lift every voice and sing. What a perfect anthem to gather our people around at this critical moment for us in this country, when we need to lift every vote. You know, your voice is your vote, and we need to keep our voices thundering out across this land so we can be heard. We need to keep justice moving. You took to the streets by the hundreds of thousands this summer, demanding justice, and now we need you to flood the polls by the hundreds of thousands, because justice does not have legs. She's got to be pushed forward, or let's say escorted forward. We need to say who our elected officials will be so that they'll recognize us when we bring our insistence to the halls of power and insist on laws that recognize that our lives matter. Make policies that reflect the economic justice we deserve, the health justice that frankly is a human right, that we get environmental justice so that we can be healthy. Lift every voice and sing. Lift every vote and thunder. Voting, that's the work of those who are serious about justice. I'll see you at the polls.
Coming up next, we have some incredible performances from jazz vocalist Kandace Springs and pop R&B icon Jeffrey Osborne. But first, Jonathan Butler is set to go. Jonathan grew up in apartheid South Africa. He was famous from an early age, like 6 years old, and his music actually helped sustain Nelson Mandela during his years of incarceration. Jonathan's been a pioneer throughout his career and really exemplifies how music and culture play a central role in social change. He is my dear friend, Jonathan Butler.
Hello everyone, my name is Jonathan Butler and I'm from South Africa. And I remember in 1994, apartheid ended in South Africa. Before then, blacks were not allowed to vote in South Africa. And I have to say, it's been an incredible stain on our nation, the horrors of apartheid and segregation. And to say this to you is so deeply important and meaningful and to my heart. Please go out and vote. We are voting to eradicate racism, poverty, and segregation. So just think about that. Think about the future of our children and their children to live in a world where there's no racism and segregation and prejudice. So I'd like to sing the song for you right now. The boy became a grown-up man the moment they said you never can. They said you may be very good, but down below you'll stay, it's understood. It's wrong to judge a state of man by whether fate has made him pale or tan. I do believe, in order that truth can be real, we must heal our land, oh the land, heal our land today. Don't delay, oh the land, don't delay, don't delay. The girl became a raging fire the moment they said forget desire. Desire. This land of opportunity is not the same for you and me. We be wise. We be wise. No, she will not bow and meekly stand aside. She will not leave to please their selfish pride. She will be still in order the truth can be real. Oh, heal our land, come on everyone. Oh, heal our land today. Heal our land, oh. Tomorrow, see the children of our land demand today. You and your promises are hollow. You'll only stand in freedom's way. Heal, heal, heal this nation, oh God. Heal, heal the land. Papa, don't delay. Brother, sister, don't delay. Don't delay. Amandla.
You can have all the money in your hands, all the possessions anyone could ever have, but it's all worthless treasure. True worth is only measured not what you got, but what you got in your heart. You can have everything. What does it mean? It all means nothing.
That was Miss Kandace Springs with Stand Up for Something, a beautiful rendition of an Oscar-nominated song from the film Marshall, starring the brilliant Chadwick Boseman, about the early life of Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall. Here's yet another legend for you. We've got a few legends here this evening, but you've been hearing this guy's voice on the radio for over 40 years, and his pipes are still magnificent. Please welcome Jeffrey Osborne with one of his classic songs.
Never dreamed of some strange. It's another feeling. Oh, oh, so much more. Love, I'm here for that touch. Couldn't be, baby, so much. What a difference, and we yeah, baby. Love has come and goes. That's what say. Don't they know they're not there when you love me? Hold me and say you care. And what we had more than they could see. Ooh, baby, what we have is much more than they could see. What we have is much more beauty. Yeah. What we have is much more than continue. What we have so much more, girl. What we have is much more than could be. What we much more than yeah.
Our next are powerful, dynamic, and highly in their communities. They are incredible Black women, the foundation of our party and our. I'm so pleased that a portion of the night goes to support the critical work of nights, and they are truly exceptional. Here to kick things off, the Israeli judge and
unclear. When to your mother time in 16 here, she said, if I have to crawl to cast my vote, I will crawl. Fortunately, her wheelchair was working, so she didn't have to crawl. But like iconic civil rights champion John Lewis, South Carolina, they knew many thought were beaten, lynched, and died for that precious right to vote. They also knew elections were not just about the local state elections, was also to them about federal judges, because the person we elect as president is who serve life, making decisions, ruling on questions that affect our lives for a lifetime. Why did my parents believe so much? Because of me. I was blessed, honored, and privileged to be a federal judge over 30 years before I retired. I sat on the Federal Court of Appeals in Chicago and was the only person of color ever appointed to the circuit, and sadly, still. My parents, and I will folk, other people of color, women, and those from underrepresented like me, who never knew a lawyer or a judge. People represent the wonderful rich tapestry the president has now appointed. 83 is a 4-4-year trend. President Obama, on the other hand, appointed 45% women. More than a third of the judges were of color, including 9 on the Court of Appeals. Who the president is matters. You, through your vote, will be lifting your voice to the next president, who will then select the next group of federal judges. What if John Lewis had sat it out? And what if rights blazer Justice Thurgood Marshall had sat it out and given the extraordinary right RBG? What if she sat out and given up? Where would we be today? Not here. Certainly I wouldn't be here. We cannot give your one vote to the millions of one votes surely matters. Lift up your voice. Vote, vote.
Shirley Peeler, co-founder of Higher Heights, leading women's political power from the elected office. Founded Higher Heights to be a political home for all Black women. Make resources, skills, need communities, and a few run and lead. We do this by providing online trainings, research, coaching, communication, and digital campaigns. Higher Heights help drive the national narrative about the power of Black women as voters, and hired countless Black women to step into their power, whether it is as voters, activists, or leaders. And we can do together. Get connected. Join us at higherheightsforamerica.org and follow us on social media using the hashtag Black Women.
Hey, now there's an election coming up, right? Millions of already so many more voters who have yet to make up on their supporting. Even for incredible in States history. This is crunch time. Look at this. And just the first
where my campaign was at this point 4 years ago. But we that's we all get out and vote. We can history in so many congressional and local. We can build a government that not only works for our interests. So, make sure if you haven't already, make sure your friends, make sure your college roommates, your community, set our.
We are on our Lift Every Voice virtual event, and as you can see, this is about positivity, unity, reconnect with the enjoy the music we some exceptionality. Tomorrow, all they get back and get to those polls. We have a little over 8 days left to vote, and we want to make sure each and every one of you gets out and votes.
Grow and help every voice. The song I'm going to perform is a song about endurance, about strength and hope in the face of adversity and our greatest challenges. I'm dedicating it not only to the viewer, but to my friends who are voting for than I, to prove that love will conquer all and that we are a beautiful, beautiful nation, but we have a